Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setup for today. So starting off with Euro USD, one thing to bear in mind is we are end of month, so pay attention to that. Today's the last day of the month. Have a look at the bar that is currently forming on the monthly. It looks like another pin bar off the moving averages at the moment. We have technically on the monthly been in a relatively long downtrend for as long as we've been below the 155. We've been flirting with it, and now it does look like we're starting to form some form of pin bar on the monthly, with the oscillators kind of moving into a buy position. Not 100% yet, but definitely something brewing there. The question is, everybody talks about stronger dollar. If you look at that, it doesn't really look like a stronger dollar, not until we start breaking below the structure at the bottom here at 117. Anyway, let's just worry about what we need to worry about today. At the moment, we have broken through this level. This is the latest level we have here, which is 118.056. Next logical level will be down here at 117.791. I've put a third level in as well. I don't think that's at any risk of getting to at the moment. That's 117.546. But those are the three levels at the moment. If we look at the hour, it is one-way traffic at the moment. So you can see we had the crossover a couple of days ago. We pulled back. Friday was a bit of a retest. Yesterday was this little, it is rounding bottom, inverse head and shoulders. It doesn't matter what you call it. Fact of the matter is we've broken through the structure at 118. So looking for pullback onto this area, looking to see what happens here, and then looking to buy into this. So I suspect we have two opportunities here. First one is a target of around there, and that is 118.286. And then the second one is pretty much this measured move here. So that move up, put the structure in place, and that should give us, let's be a little bit conservative there, give us a move to the upside there. Okay, so goal for me today is wait for any sort of pullback onto the structure at 118.056. I do suspect that will be tested. 118 is a big round number. And then we're looking at 118.286 and then ultimately 118.492. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, this is still a no-go for me. You can see we right slap bang in the middle of the moving averages here, flirting with this level at 109.877. Oscillator's not offering any indication of what's happening at the moment. If you look at what happened yesterday, a bit of a retracement and then into this double top. So nothing really to write home about at the moment. I think if we can recapture 109.877 and build a base off that, then I'd be looking to see what's going to transpire. But for me, ultimately, we're going to have to break out of that range at the moment. So moving averages need to be pointing up or down before I start looking at this. At the moment, that is sit on hands. British pound Japanese yen, you can see we had a fairly strong move last week, pullback, and then it's been pretty much sideways at the moment. Technically, we are still in this downtrend, so we are below the 155 on the 8 hour. It's been messy. It wasn't nice and structured as the uptrend. Downtrend has been really, really messy. But look at the oscillators. Oscillators starting to group to the upside. So I would suspect this area of resistance here that we tagged last month, 151536, is the one to pay attention to. So you can see at the moment it does look like we are in an upward trend at the moment, but nothing really happening there. London breakout strategy didn't work yesterday. You can see if I just put the first 7 bars in, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was our strategy. And you can see the only thing that's transpired there is late in the session we broke to the upside. So nothing's really materialized sideways. So I would do the same again today, to be honest. Just pay attention to London breakout strategy. If you do get a break, then expect to move one way or another. I do suspect we're probably going to tag this 151536 at the moment again. but we need to get above it and retest it. That would set a nice inverse head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder. Any sort of break below the lows of yesterday is going to start triggering a move to the downside. So we'll need a break of this area here at 159.43 and a retest of it, and that would give us a continuation to the downside based on the longer trend on the hour. But what we're looking for is a nice trend like this. So that's sit on hands at the moment. It does look favorably to the upside though, but sit on hands until we get structure break. Euro British pound, nothing really transpiring here. So again, I said to you yesterday, we've stayed above the 155 pretty much quite some time on the 8 hour 155 last week, and we've kicked off the week with exactly the same scenario at the moment. This level is still the line in the sand, that 085680. If we move down to the hour, you'll see not much opportunity for trading at the moment. That is sideways. We do have some sort of a break here, whether it's a trend line break or whether it's a triangle break, doesn't matter which way you want to look at it, but it's a bit of a structure break at the moment. Oscillators all over the place, not really indicating anything. We're moving sideways to up at the moment. So I'm also sit on hands on this. I think London breakout strategy may be worth watching. It didn't work out on this pair either yesterday, but Mondays are typically slow. Ideally, I would like to see move the upside, come back and test the apex of the triangle, or even fake out to the downside at 085680, and that would just complete the range. What range am I talking about? We're talking about that, and then I can just delete this one. You can see that's our range at the moment. So for me, this is sit on hand until we break to the upside, come back and test, or break the downside, come back and test. So we need to break that range completely before I look at it. So a bit of a quiet day at the moment, but it is Tuesday and data starts coming out. We do have non-farm payrolls coming out in the US on Friday, being the first Friday of the month. So there might be a little bit of chaos this week and no direction until Friday, but just pay attention because you never know what could happen. So at the moment, sitting on hands, we'll wait and see what transpires. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.